What's up, traders? Lucid Trading just released their Flex account. So I'm going to talk to you about the rules for how to qualify, how to get payouts, and which account is probably better for you based on your trading abilities. All right, so let's dive into it. First things first, I will tell you just a housekeeping thing. They got rid of the Lucid Test naming just for simplicity now that they have two evaluation accounts. So now they're just calling it the Lucid Pro eval and the Lucid Flex eval, and then there's the funded stage for both of those. So, all right, let's dive into the rules. You can always go to their website. Right now they have a really good promotion going on for the week of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, that weekend. So it's 40% off. Use code Krista for that. But let's get into the rules for the accounts. All right, so the difference between the two, this is their current promotion pricing, but 40% off, these are the prices. The Flex account is a little bit cheaper. One thing I'll tell you, this is for their 50K accounts. All the rules and profit targets and everything I'm gonna get into is for their 50K account. So obviously look at the actual account you're gonna get, but just for ease of comparison, that's the one that I went with. So the Flex account is a little bit cheaper than the Pro account. Their profit targets and their max loss limits are actually the same between the two. So typical 50K account numbers, to pass their eval, it's $3,000 profit target for both, and the max loss limit for both is $2,000. So if you hit that $2,000 loss, then you fail the eval. For the daily loss limit, the Pro account has a $1,200 daily loss limit. So that's just like a soft breach. You'll have to stop trading today, but you can come back tomorrow and you'll still have $800 in drawdown left. The Flex account, they got rid of the daily loss limit. All right. In the eval stage, consistency in eval, there's no consistency in the Pro account. So essentially that means you could technically pass the eval in one day. The Flex account, there's a 50% eval consistency. So as little as 2 days, potentially. That would have to be trading perfect to get a $1,500 and $1,500 profit 2 days in a row. So that's a little bit risky, but you could technically pass the Flex eval in 2 days. Consistency in funding, in the funded stage, let me fix that so I'm not confusing you, but consistency in the funded stage, for Pro, it is now 40%. It used to be 35%, so now it's 40%, which is a big boost. There's no consistency rule in the Flex account, all right? So super cool rule there. To get a payout, let's start talking about how to qualify for payouts in these accounts. In the Pro account, there's a couple rules. So I'll actually unhighlight both of these so we can talk about how to qualify for a payout in these accounts. With the Pro account, you have to have the 40% consistency rule across all of your profit days. You have to have 5 days of a minimum of $100 in profit or more. You have to hit the buffer, so you have to have at least $2,100 in profit total across your 5 days. And then once you hit all of those accomplishments, your first payout is going to be $1,500 per account. Okay? It goes up to $2,000 in your first two payouts. Payout 1 and 2 is $1,500. Payout 3 and 4 is $2,000, and payouts 4, 5, and 6 is $2,500. All right. But going back to just how to qualify for a payout in Pro, 40% consistency, 5 days minimum of $100 or more in profit, and then you have to hit that buffer. Okay, you have to hit at least $2,100 in profit. On the Flex, there's no consistency. You just have to have a minimum of 5 days of $150 of profit or more, and there's no buffer requirement. So technically, what's 5 times 150? That's $750. You could technically trade to just $750 in profit, and you can pull out a payout because there's no buffer requirement. You can take out a payout of up to 50% of your profit. up to $2,000 in each account. So if you copy trade across 5 accounts, you could technically take out up to $10,000 total. The reason they have that buffer there, or that 50% profit that you can take out, is because they want you to start building up a balance in the account so you can continue trading these accounts. If you take out 100% of your profit in the first payout, then you're probably going to fail that account and have to start over. So that's a good thing for you, for them. It's just a good habit to get into anyway. All right, so in the Flex account, you need to have 5 days minimum of $150, but there's no consistency. So you could have $2,000 in profit one day and $150 the other day. It could be all mix and match as long as you have 5 days minimum that are green, and then you can pull out up to 50% of your profit. The big thing down here that I'll point out is the transition to live. So in both of these accounts, after 6 payouts in the same account, you'll get the opportunity to move to a live account. With the pro accounts, your move to live, your capital that you move to live is a lot higher. You can have as much as $150,000 across all of your accounts. And then with Flex, it's a max of $5,000 per account. So let's say you have 5 accounts and they're all maxed out. You can have a max of $25,000 in your live capital. So here's the summary that I'll give you guys and which account I recommend for you. The Flex account is a lower barrier to entry, and in my opinion, it's a much easier account to qualify for a payout. The Pro account is more of a premium account. There's a couple more rules. I still think it's totally doable to get to a payout, but it's a better account for a more advanced trader. There's more upside. There's a lot more upside, and it's a little bit more expensive, about $30 at the full price. So my recommendation is, if you're a beginner trader and maybe you have a habit of only getting 1, maybe 2 payouts per account before you breach the account, which is normal when you're first learning, I would recommend the Flex account because it's cheaper, and because your first payout, your max payout per account is $2,000. Whereas in the Pro account, it's $1,500 for the first couple, and then it moves up. So if you're one of those people who's confident in your ability, you're a consistent, profitable trader, and you know you're confident that you can get to that 4th, 5th, 6th payout, the upside on Pro is higher there because then your max payout is $2,500 towards the end. And also, if you're planning on transitioning to live, you can get a lot more capital transitioned over to your live account in that Pro account. So that is my recommendation for you. If you feel like you're more of a beginner and you're not quite confident that you'll get a bunch of payouts in a row and you want to have less of an investment up front, the ROI on these Flex accounts, especially right now with this sale, you invest $78, you can get up to $2,000 paid out. The Pro account, it's slightly less ROI in the beginning, but a lot more in the long term. All right. So that's my 2 cents. Hopefully that helps clear up some of the new rules with these new accounts and my recommendation on which one you should go with. Again, if you have any questions, comment below. I'm happy to help out. I have read all of the details and have been in touch with the team, and I'm very, very familiar with it. And also, if you want to take advantage of the sale that they have going on, make sure to use code Krista. I would appreciate it. And have a great day, you guys.